Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching another video. This is the fourth video because we just finished the fourth week of school. So the first thing I'd like to do is talk to you guys about a little tip that I think will help you from what I noticed this previous week at school. We took a quiz on point of view and we discussed that several of you need to go back and review your notes. So remember, after we take our Cornell notes, you don't want to just put them in your binder and never think about them again. Take them out, look at them, review them often, read them, make notes on them. I put a picture on this slide of some notes that you can see an example of what good notes look like. They're highlighted, they're written on. They're a reference for you and a tool to use instead of something to just archive in a binder and never look at it again. So make sure you're always checking your notes when we go over a new concept in class. We did study point of view in relation to the Telltale Heart. I find this story a great example to teach point of view because the caretaker in the story has really, even though he's one character, he has 2 points of view. And in this image you can see on your screen, you can see that on the one hand he really loved the old man, but he had a dark side that wanted to kill him. So the way a story is told, the character that's telling the story really affects how you hear that story. And I want you to think about what Telltale Heart would be like if the police officers were telling the story. So that would really change the way that we heard that story. So we can discuss that in class. I'm going to ask another poll this week. We really took our time with the Telltale Heart. I wanted to show you how to do checkpoints, and I talked about how reading a good piece of literature is not a race. It's about taking your time and savoring every bite. So the question I'm asking this week is, did checkpoints help you to understand the Telltale Heart and appreciate it for the work of art that it is? It's like in the picture you'll see it's the difference between trying to eat a pizza, which can also be a work of art, trying to eat it whole versus slice by slice. Please let me know your thoughts on checkpoints. Just click on the poll up at the top right of your screen and give me some feedback. Thank you. Now for this week to come, we're going to be starting our new unit on drama. So you can see some kids on this slide doing some readers theater. We'll be doing that in class. We're also going to be studying levels of questions. I put a picture up on the screen so you can see that there are 3 levels of questions. The first level, the answers are in the text. On the second level, the answers are inferred from the text. And on the third level, we're going beyond the text. So we'll talk about that in class this week. Some important dates. On Wednesday, August 30th, your final drafts are due. You do have to have a hard copy of those in class. If you would like extra credit, you can email me a typed copy of your story and I will enter it in the literary anthology for extra credit. You can see my email address there on the screen, mjones05@sisd.net. This is an early release day on Wednesday, so don't forget that we get out at noon that day. On Thursday, classes will meet in room 410, which is a computer lab close to the library. And we're going to be trying Common Lit again, but this time we're going to try it in the lab and see if that helps out with some of the issues you guys had when we tried it a few weeks ago. So make sure you meet me in 410 on Thursday. I would like to include a segment each time I make a video for you about being kind, since that's our school's motto this year. If you look at the picture there on the screen, you'll see a picture of a cupcake that was given to me by a teacher at our school, Mrs. Prignano. You may know her. She brought me this cupcake from Washington, D.C. She had family that traveled there, and she knows I love cupcakes, and she brought that back for me, and it really made me feel special. So I want to thank her for that. And, you know, I'm trying to celebrate the kindness that is shown to me by showing my appreciation. And I think it's important that you do show kindness, but you also show gratitude when someone is kind to you as well. And speaking of gratitude, I wanted to take a minute to talk about this past week. Several areas of Texas were affected by Hurricane Harvey. You can see there on the screen the path of this hurricane. Um, Many of you know that I spent my youngest days of life um, in Victoria, Texas. That's where I was born, and I lived there till I was in 8th grade. And then I spent the next chunk of my life in Corpus Christi, Texas. I have family in those areas. I also have a lot of family in Houston, and all of those areas were affected by this hurricane. The picture that you see there on the screen, that is my sister's front yard, and that's in Houston. Thankfully, all of my family is okay. My husband's family is okay. Um, we're really grateful for that, but there are a lot of people that aren't as fortunate. So I want to send positive thoughts of safety, peace, and protection to all the people that were affected by this hurricane. And then that leads me to the last piece of this week's video. I'd really like your feedback, your thoughts. So the question I have is a little different this week. I'm asking if you would like to send some kind thoughts out to someone by leaving a kind comment, or maybe you want to show your appreciation for someone who's been very kind to you and you want to be thankful for that. So leave your answers in the comments section. Make sure you put your name and class period. This time, because this is a very special question, I'm going to select 10 winners this time, and they're going to receive a special reward. So I would love to hear from you on that. Thanks a lot for your input. Let's have a good week.